lovelies, it is time for my September Wheel of TBR with a special guest.
Me.
So stay tuned. So as you can see, I have my mom here today to be my Vanna White, as you will. So before we get started on my spins for September, let me tell you a couple things. One, as you see, my shelves are pretty much empty. There are no books. If you watched my last TBR topple, you know I've packed up all my books. We're getting ready to move. By the time this video posts, well, no, we won't have been moved yet, but it'll be getting close. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because I'm not going to be able to pull any books off my shelves. I'm going to have to use memory and find audiobooks. Yeah. Okay, so before seeing what we get for September, let's see how I did for August. It wasn't good. I didn't do good. I did not do good. I just watched my August Wheel of TBR to see what I was supposed to read, and I was like, ooh, yeah. Okay, so I had a couple rollovers. The first was A Monster Calls, and I have not read it. I'm going to be rolling that one over again into September. The next was The Savior's The Savior's Sister, which I was reading it at that time. I did complete that one. And then thank you. For my 5 spins for August, the first one was Roll the Dice, and as you saw, Xander actually picked The Door to December by Dean Koontz, and I have not read that one. And I'm not going to roll that one over, so I am going to take a punishment spin for that. Before we take the punishment spin, every month I do 5 spins. I totally forgot to do the whole introduction thing here, but every month I do 5 base spins, and I pick a book based on the prompt that comes up, and I mark the board, which hopefully I can find everything I need. Now that I think about it, I don't know where everything I need is. I'm so not together right now. And then I change out the prompts, and when I get 5 marks on one slice, I do have to do a bonus spin. I mark on all of my base spins. I do not mark on my bonus spins. And my punishment spins can add to my base spins if I land on a spot that has 5 marks already. Also, I play a game called Better Book It, and if I complete that game, then I get to take one of my base spins off, and if I fail to complete the game, then I have to add a base spin. So this month I did complete... Snickers trying to get all the attention. This month I did complete Better Book It, so I get to take a base spin away. So I only have to do 4 base spins at this point. Okay, so let's start out with doing my punishment spin for The Door to December. Mom, you may spin the wheel. Oh, it was a very light spin. Okay, let me grab a marker here.
Have I read it extras?
Sorry if the camera moved. I almost knocked it over. Oh, that's one that has 4 on it already, which means I do have to add a base spin for that one. So let me erase these. Okay, so we're back to having 5 base spins. Okay, for my next spin, I was to read a book with a monster in it, and for that, I selected Chain of Iron. I did read Chain of Gold this month, but I have not gotten around to reading Chain of Iron, but I will be rolling that one over because I do want to get to it. For the next one, it was Number in the Title, and for that one, I was to read The Van de Beekers of 141st Street. I did not read that one either. I am going to take a punishment spin for that one. So, Mom, go ahead. She does such light spins. Okay, so we are just marking on that. There are no marks on this one currently, so that gives 1 on there. Okay, next I was to read a beautiful cover, and for that I selected Dishonestly Yours. I did start that one. I have not finished it, so I will be rolling that one over. And then Friend Pick, I was to read These Fleeting Shadows, and I did not read that one either. So I will be taking a punishment spin for that. Go ahead. Okay, that one.
Same one we did before.
Oh yeah. So that puts 1 mark on that one. Okay, so only have to do 5 base spins. There are potentials for getting bonus spins. Wild card is a danger zone. It looks like that's the only one that currently has 4 marks on it. I have lots of things that I need to try to fit in to my TBR this month. So starting out, for my Have I Read It 98, I had to pick the number 2 or the top 2 voted books. For that, we have Fortuna Sworn and Lost in the Neverwoods. For Have I Read It number 99, I also had to pick the top 2 voted books. The number 1 voted book with 21 votes was Amari and the Night Brothers. But the number 2 voted book was actually a tie. So I'm going to pick one of those 2. It was The One and Only Ivan or Good Girl, Bad Blood. And I'm going to go with Good Girl, Bad Blood. But in the event that something comes up and I can add The One and Only Ivan for it, I'll add that one as well. And then, of course, I'm participating in Buzzword and the Buzz Cover and TBR Knockout, the one that I create. It's a year-long reading challenge. But I will tell you what I'm selecting for those at the end. I'm also participating in SeasonAthon Academy, as I am the Dean of Students. So I'll tell you what books I'm picking for those prompts at the end of this. And then my coffee book buddy of the month is Brittany, and for our buddy read, she selected Bone Crier's Moon, and the required read that I have to read for the month is North is the Night by Emily Rath. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, let's do spin number 1. Goodreads. Okay. So for this, I am supposed to scroll through Goodreads and pick a book that I think I'm just going to pick the first book that I own that I see while scrolling through Goodreads. So let's see. Let me pull it up. Okay, I'm going to come close to the camera here. Hopefully it's focusing. So let's see what we got. Or I don't know if you can see this or not. Final Girls by Riley Sager. I actually just read that one and haven't put it in yet. Scrolling. Load more. I'm just looking for the white tab instead of a green one. Okay. This Winter by Alice Oseman. Okay. Okay, that's what I will be reading for this one. That's actually a little novella, so, okay. All right, This Winter by Alice Oseman. This says, a short story based on characters from Solitaire, praised as the catcher in the rye for the digital age. I used to think that difficult was better than boring, but now I know better. I'm not going to think about the past few months about Charlie and me and all of the sad. I'm going to block it all out just for today. Happy Christmas, I say. The festive season isn't always happy for Tori and her brother Charlie, and this year's going to be harder than most. Okay. It does say it's like 0.5 in the series, so I'm guessing it's like a prequel novella. Alright, so that's what I'm going to read for Goodreads. Now I will mark this, and we will take this one off, and I will let Mom do the honors of picking a replacement prompt. Most anticipated. All right, spin number 2, Vanna. Sprayed edge. Oh, this one's hard. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me think.
Sprayed edges. What is that?
That is where, on the book. Let's see this book here. This is colored or stenciled or something like that. Actually, I believe that North is the Night has sprayed edges. I'm going to double check. Yes. Let me see if it shows another picture. Okay. If you can see, it does have sprayed edges. So I'm counting North is the Night for that one.
Double whammy.
Yeah. Gotta fit them in where I can.
2 for 1.
Okay, so that puts 2 marks on this one. Let me fix that mark. It's a little light. There we go. All right, we're going to replace sprayed edges with a fantasy. All right, Vanna, spin number 3. Buzzword. Okay, so we have buzzword or buzz cover. The buzzword is events. This is going to be hard without having my books. Or the buzz cover is foliage. There's a book I think I own. I'm literally playing a guessing game here on what I have. I've read it. Dang it.
So it has to have something referencing some sort of foliage.
Yeah, like
bloom,
like
ivy,
flowers on the or leaves on
blossoms.
the cover or something. Yeah. Okay, let's look at my books.
How about this one? This one or this one?
It would be way helpful to like actually see my books. Oh wait. I have an idea. Please tell me this has foliage on the cover. Yes. Okay. Lost in the Neverwoods, which is one I have to read anyway. There is foliage on the cover. Woo! Okay. Yes. All right. That's also going to work for TBR Knockout. The theme for September is harvest, and you can pick one of the 2 prompts or combine the prompts. So the first prompt is fruit or vegetable on the cover, and the second prompt is any form of land, and there's land on that cover. I'm not putting my marker on that. Okay, so marking for buzzword there. Yay. Okay, we will replace buzzword with... What does it say?
Beautiful cover.
Beautiful cover. Wow. That came up pretty quickly. All right. That was spin number 3. All right, Vanna, spin number 4.
New release.
New release. Oh, I can't use... I was going to say I could use the required read, but I'm already using that. None of these other books are new releases. Okay. All right, let me just look at what Goodreads says are new releases, and I'll have to think if I own any of these. Okay, I feel like I have Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I do believe. I think that was one that I had pre-ordered. And the cover looks like this. This is a twisty thriller about a young woman trying to solve her own murder. In 7 days, Jet Mason will be dead. Jet is the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in Woodstock, Vermont. 27 years old, she's still waiting for her life to begin. I'll do it later, she always says. She has time. Until Halloween night, when Jet is violently attacked by an unseen intruder. She suffers a catastrophic head injury. The doctor is certain that within a week, the injury will trigger a deadly aneurysm. Jet has never thought of herself as having enemies, but now she looks at everyone in a new light. Her family, her former best friend turned sister-in-law, her ex-boyfriend. She has at most 7 days, and as her condition deteriorates, she has only her childhood friend Billy for help. But nevertheless, she's absolutely determined to finally finish something. Jet is going to solve her own murder. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that is what I'm going to select for new release. That makes this one a danger zone now because it does have 4 marks on it. And that was our 4th spin, so we have 1 more to go after this, unless we end up with a bonus spin. So we're replacing that with Out of Comfort Zone.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right, spin number 5. Coffee. Okay, so, oh, crud. I packed my coffee cup that has all my prompts, or all my books for my coffee pictures. No, I can actually pull it up on my Discord, and I'll just pick the oldest one that's been on there. So I have a channel on my coffee thing. It's books you want me to read, and so they can put it on there. Okay, so 2 years ago, T wanted me to read The Blood Trials. So let me look that up. And with these, they can literally put anything. It doesn't have to be something I own or anything like that. Anything at all they want me to read. Okay, so here is The Blood Trials. It's by N.E. Davenport. And it looks like so. This says, blending fantasy and science fiction, N.E. Davenport's fast-paced, action-packed debut kicks off a duology of loyalty and rebellion in which a young black woman must survive deadly trials in a racist and misogynistic society to become an elite warrior. It's all about blood, the blood spilled between the Republic of Marine and the armies of the Blood Emperor long ago. The blood gifts of Marine's deadliest enemies. The blood that runs through the elite war horses or war houses of Marine, the rulers of the tribunal dedicated to keeping the Republic alive. The blood of the former legatus Verne Amare murdered. For his granddaughter, Akenna, the only thing steady in her life was the man who saved Marine, the man who had trained her in secret, not just in martial skills, but in harnessing the blood gift that coursed through her, who trained her to keep that a secret. But now there are too many secrets, and with her grandfather assassinated, Akenna knows two things: that only someone on the tribunal could have ordered his death, and that only a Praetorian guard could have carried out that order. Bent on revenge as much as discovering the truth, Akenna pledges herself to the Praetorian trials, a brutal initiation that only a quarter of the aspirants survive. She subjects herself to the racism directed against her half-Kahanian heritage and the misogyny of a society that cherishes progeny over prodigy, all while hiding a power that, if found out, would subject her to execution or worse. Akenna is willing to risk it all because she needs to find out who murdered her grandfather, and then she needs to kill them. Marine has been at peace for a long time. Akenna joining the Praetorians is about to change all that. Magic and technology converge in the first part of this stunning debut duology, where loyalty to oneself and one's blood is more important than anything. So I will be reading T's selection of The Blood Trials. Okay, let's mark this. And we will go ahead and replace, wait, no, I don't replace copy. That stays on every time. So this is how the wheel will look for next month. And I've already forgotten what all I'm supposed to read.
You'll have to watch the video.
I will have to watch this video. I'll write it all down as I'm editing it. Actually, no, I'm going to have to figure it out now because I have to tell you what I'm going to read for Buzzword and TBR Knockout and SeasonAthon Academy. So let me go figure that out and I'll be right back. Okay, I took my little cards here to help me remember what I was supposed to read. And wrote it all down because there's no way I would remember otherwise. So for Goodreads, I have This Winter by Alice Oseman. For Sprayed Edges, I have North is the Night. For Buzzword, I have Lost in the Neverwoods. And for new release, I have Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. And then for my coffee cup, I selected T's choice, which was The Blood Trials. And that's what I'm going to be reading for that. And I use that to help me figure out my other stuff. So for Buzzword, we have to pick a book with an event. So I'm going with Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee by Jeff Sentner. Because a matinee is an event. For the Buzz cover foliage, I'm going to go with Lost in the Neverwoods. For TBR Knockout, I'm also going to go with Lost in the Neverwoods. And then for SeasonAthon Academy, for the first prompt, which is English 2050, read a nonfiction, I'm going to read On the Hippie Trail by Rick Steves. This is not one that I own, but I do own other books by Rick Steves. He writes a lot of travel books, and I really enjoy his travel books, so I'm looking forward to reading this. For the second prompt, English 2230, read a book set in the UK. I'm going to read A Chain of Iron for that one because it is set in London. For prompt number 3, foreign language 4120, read a translated book. I'll be reading A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman. I'm pretty certain this is one that I do own. And I looked up like translated books, and it gave me like a list on Goodreads. And so I was looking, and this was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I own that one. So, and then for prompt 4, the creative writing minor, I went with English 3750, read a book of poetry or a book set like written in verse. And for that, I'm going to read Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I think I own this. I'm not certain, but I do believe I own it. And then, but I also can find it on Libby if needed, because I did look and it's on there. And then for the 5th prompt, which is to select one of these electives, I went with Accounting $29.99, read the group book. And for that, it's In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. Now, I may read others, and I may be able to fill other prompts with the books that I'm reading, but I wanted to get at least the base of this is my TBR for SeasonAthon Academy, so I can complete all of my classes towards my Bachelor of Reading. Have you guys read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye! Say bye, Mom.
Bye!